Good morning, saints of God. Hope this works. I just had some, what I feel is information hot from heaven. Kind of a revelation, well, at least to me anyhow. It's about Cain. And Cain and drugs go hand in hand. Cain sacrificed the grain of the field, the shrubs of the field, something to do with grain. And we all know that, I even heard Pat Robertson say that we are slaves to plants. We're letting plants rule over us. So these were the first plants, and it was a direct rebellion, I believe, to the first animal that was slaughtered, which was the lamb, as a covering for the sin of the father and the mother, Adam and Eve. So that was God's plan, to remember. Always, he's like telling Abel, or telling Abraham actually, to tell Abel, always remember, this is the sacrifice we have to make for our sin. This is what covers our sin. So the skin of the lamb is the covering. Now, along comes Cain and has been infected by rebellion. Don't know quite how that happened, but it's in his genes, and he says this, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do what my father has told me. So there's the first rebellion, or the second rebellion actually. I'm not going to do what my father has said and sacrifice, or even have to go to my brother who has the sheep. No, what's wrong? I have a better way. See, it's always thinking I have a better way. Dr. Spock wrote a book on new parenting and says, I have a better way than God's way. So Cain has a better way. He says, I want to do it my way. That is my sacrifice will be something I worked for. I worked the ground hard. I put the seed in, and up comes this grain, and it's all about me. I want to do this sacrifice and not what my father and what God has told us to do. And right away after he's caught, and God's even willing to forgive him, but he says, am I my brother's keeper? Like, hey, aren't I the oldest one? Why is this younger one not listening to me? So there's a type of jealousy in there. It's like, hey, I've got something going on too. So as it was in the days of Cain and Abel, we're coming back to that same rebellion. You see it in the modern press. You see it in the Zimmerman Trayvon Martin case, where it's all about disrespect of authority. God gave the authority to the parent. The parent says to the children, obey, do this, it's for your own good. What do? Especially if the parents aren't there, they go off and find a parent in a gang. And then they say, I'm going to do it my way, and it ends up in death. Rebellion always ends up in death, and the devil wants nothing more than to get us to kill ourselves off. So that's the message. God bless and have a great day.